So if you run a pig farm, one of the major drugs you must have at your farm, this drug is non-negotiable, is the vitamin. Whether you run a pig farm, a goat farm, a cattle farm, as long as it's livestock farm, this drug is non-negotiable. This multivitamin, non-negotiable, because this is one of the most versatile drugs you can have at your farm. Because your animals, be it your pigs, be it your cattle, be it your goats, they need it. Even poultry, poultry beds need vitamin. So this is one drug you must never fail to have at your farm. Now, why must you have this drug? Now, apart from the normal antibiotics, the most common antibiotics, which is the oxytetracycline, which is the most popular and most broad spectrum antibiotics we use on pigs. The next most important drug you must have is the multivitamin. And these multivitamins goes hand in hand with the long-acting antibiotics, that's the oxytetracycline or any antibiotics at all. This drug goes hand in hand. For example, here on the farm, anytime we notice that our pigs are sick or they are weak or they are not eating well like the others, what we usually do is we first of all isolate them. If the pig is too weak to stay with others, because as you all know, pigs are very hyperactive. So if there's a sick one in their midst, most likely they will be playing with that one, trying to make hard to also play with them, and that will weaken the pig even more. So this is why when you notice that a pig is sick, or is not being as active as the others in that room, you take it out and keep it separate. Else, those other healthy ones will disturb it to the point that it will now become more weak. So now, when you notice that your pig is weak, you bring it out from the room. Then you administer multivitamins. These multivitamins target specifically weakness in pigs or lack of appetite. Now, I have the manual, so I'm going to read for you guys everything it treats. Now, from here, it says multivitamin is for the treatment and prevention of vitamin deficiencies in farm animals. For example, growth disturbances. So if your pig, this is the manual from the drug. So if your pig is not growing as you want it, you inject it multivitamins. For example, here on the farm, anytime we wean pigs from their mothers, because we want to fast track their growth. For that first 1 month, every week we will be giving them 5 ml dosage of multivitamins every week for that 1 month. Because as we are feeding them, we are giving them multivitamins. And here on our farm, we feed our pigs 247. Every single time you come in our farm, our pigs are always eating. We feed them a libitum, which is why our pigs tend to gain weight very, very fast because we are always feeding them, which is why I always tell you guys, as long as you have the right breeds on your farm, you have the pure breeds on your farm, or you have the crosses of pure breeds on your farm, they will grow well. Because when you combine good feeding, regular feeding, and of course, uh, plus the good genetics you have in your farm, your pigs will grow well. And don't forget, like I always say, if you purchase our pigs from us, you will also get a 1 year free consultation from us because we don't just want to sell you animals. We also want to help you succeed because it makes no sense you buy animals from us and before you know it, you start having problems. No, we want to guide you. So this is the benefit of buying pigs from us. Now let's go back to the manual. So it says growth disturbances, weakness of newborn animals. So if your pig give birth newly and the piglets are weak, you give them little dosage of multivitamin. For example, if it is a newly born animal, let's say the pig is still in his or her first week, you give them 1 milligram of multivitamin to be able to make it stronger, to be able to increase the immune system. So this is how we do it on our farm. The next one is anemia, neonatal anemia. So if your pigs are getting lean, they are doing as if they are suffering from anemia, they are getting lean, they are getting slim, you give them you place them on multivitamin for 3 days. So we use vitamin in different ways on the farm. For example, if we notice that an animal is suffering from anemia, is getting lean, it keeps getting lean, we separate it and we place it on both antibiotics and multivitamin for at least 4 days. Now we can do the antibiotics for 3 days, but the multivitamins will go for 4 to 5 days because we want it to recover as fast as possible. Now we also change the feed to make the feed more nutritious so as to make the pig to regain its body weight. Now the next thing they said here is site disturbances. So it's very hard to tell if your pigs are having site disturbances, but if you notice that your pig is struggling to see, multivitamin is there for you, but not blindness. There's a difference between sight disturbances and blindness, so you have to know the difference. Now the next one is when your pigs are about to give birth, or just after they finish giving birth, you give them multivitamin. Now, why do we give multivitamins after they finish giving birth? Because we want to increase their strength. We want because you know giving birth comes with weakness. So after they finish giving birth, you have to also increase their strength, increase their appetite. So this is why we also give multivitamins once they give birth. Now the next one is you have to give your pigs multivitamins monthly. No matter if they are sick or not, you must give them multivitamins monthly. So every month here on the farm, as we are deworming because we deworm our pigs, especially in this fatness section, we deworm our pigs every month. Now, as they are being dewormed, after that day they were dewormed, the next day we also administer multivitamins because we want our pigs to be healthy, we want our pigs to be doing well, we want our pigs to be growing fast. The easiest way to make your pig grow fast, as long as they have their pigs of good genetics, is when you give them nutritious feed in constant availability, and also you also give them multivitamin. This is one of the will I say secret hacks to making your pigs grow well. Multivitamins. You also have to add it in their feed by the way of the solid multivitamin, that's the premix. You add the premix and you also give this one. Both of them work hand in hand. The only difference is that this one goes straight to the bloodstream and of course is extremely effective. So this is why you must use this multivitamins at your farm. Extremely, extremely important.